So my final recommendations, therefore, quite simply to build on what I say, are 3 points. One is clearly American leaders and policymakers must stop traveling across the Atlantic and start traveling across the Pacific. I mean, if you look at the schedules of American leaders and how they schedule the president's time or the time of the Secretary of State and others, there's an inherent bias towards the Atlantic. And sometimes I say very unkindly, if you want to see the past, go to Europe. If you want to see the future, come to Asia. But American policymakers are still inclined to go towards Europe and don't travel often enough to Asia to understand that there's a new world emerging out there. And the only way you learn is to go out there. And secondly, for American business, there are incredible opportunities out there in Asia. Incredible. Let me just give you one small figure. The size of the middle class in Asia today, 2012, is 500 million people, right? Not a small sum, reasonable sum. By 2020, 8 years from now, the figure is going to grow from 500 million to 1.75 billion people. And if you want proof, look at the sales of consumer products. Last year, in India, there were 5 million smartphones. This year, the number went to 50 million, 10 times in 1 year. That's the pace of change. This creates tremendous opportunities out there in Asia. And my third and final recommendation, especially to young Americans, is the only way to understand other languages and other cultures is to learn their languages. So I would say if you can persuade young Americans to become bilingual and choose one Asian language, it could be Vietnamese like Scott over there who speaks Vietnamese fluently, or Mandarin, or Hindi, or Urdu, or Bahasa Indonesia. There's so many languages out there. Encourage Americans to become bilingual. Because one of the most stunning statistics about America is probably one of the most monolingual countries in the whole world in terms of its capacity to understand other languages and dialects. And this, I believe, has got to change.